Are you a parent with a child sitting on the couch watching the back to schools commercial and your child just threw a hissy fit? Or can you feel the dreaded doom and gloom of your child already can smell those new pencils and new erasers in the air from all the commercials on TV, and there's anxiety set in your house already? Well, guess what? We are going to help you as the parent today help your child go back to school. This is the go back to school episode, and it's not about pencils and erasers. It's about feelings, and in particular, the not so friendly ones. Hello, everybody. My name is Michael Loge. I'm a certified emotion code practitioner. I'm live here every Saturday on the Emotion Code Bros Show. I'm in beautiful Victoria, BC, on the west coast of Canada, and I'm back with John from Vancouver. Good morning, John.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, really excited for this one. I've got a personal story too to share about this, about back to school when I was younger, a little bit later on. But my name's John Inverarity. I'm certified in the Emotion Code and Body Code as well. And from Vancouver, but helping people all over the world on live, like on videos like this, one-on-one. And hey, if you're watching live, let us know. Say hello in the comments and where you're from.
Yeah, we're going to say hello, give a shout out in a few minutes. Today, we're demonstrating something a little bit extra in addition to what we've been doing, is that we're going to work with people's children. And the children don't need to be present. They could be sleeping right now. It doesn't matter, out playing in the playground. With the parents' permission, we're going to be able to connect with their children and find out which one of these behind me, which one of these unprocessed negative emotions is lodged within them that is causing this negative reaction. We'll talk about that in just a moment. First couple things, I've got a few events coming up. You can go to Michael Loche/events, and I've got a seminar in Fort St. John. I have an emotion code presentation in Phoenix coming up. I've got a Calgary seminar, and I'm cooking a Vancouver seminar. So be sure to check out my events page. Also today, John, is the Business Growth Club. You know, I mentor 27 emotion code practitioners, and today is training day. We're on month number 9. You can join at any time and start watching number 1. Here's number 1. This is what you get in package number 1. It's $97 a month. You will get this the first month. You'll learn how to design a business card that'll help you build your business. You'll learn how to design a 10-minute video that you can send your clients, so you don't have to explain the emotion code process every time, and what you should include in it to help build your business. And most importantly is how you can do a 5-minute heart wall. Yeah, no, I didn't make a mistake. A 5-minute heart wall, and I'm going to teach you a technique to identify the emotions with muscle testing much faster than what you think you're doing now. Well, if you're spending more than 5 minutes now doing a heart wall, then you need to probably at least consider learning how to do a 5-minute heart wall. Imagine including a heart wall in a regular session instead of it being the session. You can go to HangoutWithMichael.com/growth club and see all the great stuff that the practitioners that I'm mentoring are learning. John, let's go take a peek out in the room, see who's joining us, please, today.
Absolutely. Holly's with us today, says hi, glad to be here today. Lori Mayo's here, says good morning from Vegas.
Lori and Holly, good morning.
Yeah. Tajir Polstra's here, says hi.
Hey, Tajir.
Jennifer Towner's here, says morning. And Jennifer says, I'm getting my hair done, but you can update about my results last week. But can update about my results from last week. So we worked on, Jennifer, last week, or you did, on either crying or lonely or sad, that one? Yeah.
Yeah,
don't feel like crying all the time
Yeah.
anymore. Also finding more celerity from my coaching team.
Okay, well, that was a great result. Jennifer, like John said, joined us. She was the lucky recipient last week. So today, that could be you. John, before we move on and welcome more people, what do people need to do to say, hey, I'm the mother or father that has that kid that is dreading going back to school, and you've got the SOS sign on your front lawn. We want to help you. What do they need to do, John?
Yeah, really simple. First and foremost, you have to be watching live. And let us know in the comments. So I have to volunteer and say, hey, pick me, or hey, pick my son or my daughter having a hard time. and just little context. So they fear about this or that or going to school or dread, not really looking forward to it. That's it. Just volunteer and let us know in the
Yeah,
comments.
we
Yep.
want to help you today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a fun little fact about school. I never missed a day in high school. I went to high school for 3 years and I never missed one day. And you're thinking, oh my God, I lived in the country. It was a 45-minute drive to get to school. I couldn't wait to get to school. I mean, I had no, my
Really?
siblings were 8 years older and 8 years younger, so school was my definite outlet.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my story about high school. And then I went to community college for 2 years and I never missed a day there either.
Huh. Wow.
Even when I worked for the government, we had 2 snowstorms in Victoria ever, and I went to work because I could walk there. So I was the
Yeah.
only one at work. Everybody else said, "Oh, I'm not coming." I never got that. And then everybody talking when the government talking about their sick days. Oh, did you take all your sick days? Like, no. In 12 years, I never had a sick day. I never took a sick day in 12 years. One time I called in saying I want to stay home to get better, and are you sick? And I said, no, I just want to get better today. So you're sick. So they didn't get it. So I had to say I was sick, but I wasn't. They
Ah.
didn't, one day I wanted to stay home and kind of rejuvenate. So I had to lie and say I was sick. When I said I was sick, they said it was okay. When I said I wanted to stay home to get better,
Taking a
no.
me day. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Taking a
no
me
such
day.
thing.
Yeah.
Hey, our friend Wendy Kyle from Saskatoon joined us, and Napala, that's funny.
That's a good one.
Natasha Paula Samuel has joined us as well. Anybody else you're seeing on there, John?
Let's see here. I said hi to Kayla. Kelly McGlover. Good morning, John and Michael.
Hey, Kelly, good morning.
Jelena Hawkins. Good morning, Michael.
Hey, good morning.
Tara Gocher says, my son starts kindergarten and he's on the fence about going. Hey, Tara, thanks for joining us, and that's a volunteer.
Okay, so tell us more about your son and his age, and what he says about the fence. We just don't want on the fence. We want someone that's really, we want to have a big difference. Although we'll work with them, but our ideal would be someone that's really resenting school already, and you know who that is. Well, good, John. While we're waiting for our friends to kind of say, "Hey, yeah, that's me," let's talk about why people have these reactions and why they get triggered and why the memory of something. All of us have had past experiences in our lives, either trauma or accidents or operations or some kind of surprise or shock or drama or trauma, right? And in that very moment, we're having these emotions. And most times we don't process them. We keep them bottled up and, we don't tell anybody and we just bite our tongue. And, it's like we don't tell anybody. It's like, and you're feeling all these feelings and we never let them go. Guess what? They're still inside. And, John, what are they called? They're called
Trapped emotions, which
they are trapped, all right. They're like little monsters trying to get out, but they're trapped. And and they're unprocessed trapped emotions. If they were positive ones, you know what? Trap them. Keep them in. We love those. These are unprocessed negative trapped emotions. To the size, John, how big are they?
How about the size of your fist? Well, maybe a little bit larger.
That's right. So they are causing physical discomfort. Maybe you've got a stiff neck or you've got arthritis, your fingers can't move, you've got tingling in your legs, or your feet are puffy, or you have heartburn or sinus congestion. All of that is caused by unprocessed negative emotions from previous events, period. And sometimes you know the event, right?
Oh, yeah.
I remember that. I was so embarrassed that day, blah, blah, blah. That's the conscious mind saying, I remember that event. And ever since then, that was it. I never liked it. I never liked eating those again or whatever. In other words, there's something, event that caused that has a negative trapped emotions that's preventing you from enjoying it or having it or feeling freedom in your body. So even though they're little kids, they did have an event where something happened and they lodged one of these emotions as connected to going to school or being at school or being bullied at school or shamed at school or whatever that is. And that connection will always be with them. That emotion will always stay with them. And in many cases, even like me, because I was pretty shy, it stays with you forever.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're in high school, you're having the same behavior, and now you're in college, you're having the same, and now you're an adult in the real world, And that event, when you were 3 years old on the playground, stuck with you forever. And it stuck like glue because it's an unprocessed trapped emotion that's waiting to be released. John, can you explain the process that you and I are going to do today to identify the emotion and delete it for the kids? Go ahead, please. Doesn't that sound like a Jerry Lewis telethon? We're going to delete it for the kids. Keep those phones ringing. I want this room today to sound like a Jerry Lewis telethon. Phones, please. I want to hear ringing. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, so the process is called the emotion code, developed by Dr. Bradley Nelson. Wrote the book. I wish I had one on my desk here, but I don't. Do you have a book with you?
I do, but it's holding up my... There we go. There we go. I knew it.
There it is. The emotion code. Yeah, Dr. Bradley Nelson. So that's the book. And how it works is us as a practitioner, we're going to connect to the child with parents' permission. So act as a proxy. We're going to muscle test. So, connect with the child, muscle test to find what these are, what the trapped emotions are, and clear them out so they can feel more calm, relaxed, feel better about going to school, more confident. So we use magnets as well over the governing meridian, amplifies intention to clear out that emotion, so neutralize it or delete it. And we drink a lot of water as well. And sums up the process.
Yeah, I just want to quickly talk about the magnets because people see us holding the magnets. It can be any magnet. But because you and I use magnets all day, we kind of like to have fun ones. So the ones that I ordered 10 of them on Amazon for about $12. They're pretty cheap. But here's what they look like. They're called rattlesnake eggs, and they're little magnets like that. They're just little tiny things. But I like how they fit in my hand, and I can close my hand. So even though you don't see that I have a magnet, I am using the magnet. So again, and I have so many of these all over my house, but I can't find them. They're tucked under things. Sometimes they're under my stapler. They're under my desk chair. They're stuck to the vacuum. I wish they were bright orange because honestly, I have about 15 of them in the house, and I can only see 3. Anyway, I just bought another dozen on Amazon. So for those of you that are asking, it could be any magnet. These are fun, cute, and inexpensive. And they stick to everything. Okay, so John, let's, here, our friend Kelly May Glover has come forth. So today we're going to demonstrate how, John and I become your proxy. And by doing that, speaking of proxy, I just filled out this proxy to have somebody vote on my behalf in my condo building. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go there. I don't want to be there. I don't want to talk about the parking problem in P12 or the trash can in level 3. I don't want to hear any of that. So someone else is going to hear it for me. So I've signed a written proxy say you can vote on my behalf. Well, guess what? For those of you that don't want to try to learn the emotion code and learn how to connect with your children, guess what? We will do it for you. You can give us a proxy. You don't got to sign it. You got to say it. You just say, yeah, go ahead. Here's my children. They live at home. They're dependents. Here's their challenge, just like our friend Kelly May Glover did. So, John, do you want to work with this one, and I'll read it to you?
Yeah, sure. So what's Kelly say?
She said her daughter, she's a number 10 in anxiety, and she's finishing grade 12, a few courses, insomnia about school and finishing being adult. Yeah, so just, so Kelly, if we can get your daughter's name and her age. So when we get that, so her anxiety's a number 10, and she's finishing her grade 12 and a few courses. So that's where her anxiety is. Okay. Okay, good. So Tara's giving us the behind the scenes now. So here's the nice sentence. My son started kindergarten and he's on the fence about going. Then she coughed up a hairball and said, I forgot to add that he's also been taking his stress out on preschool friends and hitting and pushing them. Okay, you're in. You just bought yourself a session, Tara. We went from on the fence to beating people up. Okay, Tara, thank you. If you can give me your son's name and his age, and I'm going to work with him. And I want to find out what's causing this hitting and pushing them around. So a little bit of aggression or bulliness, whatever you'd like to call that. I'm going to be looking for Tara. And oh, look, she's at it now. Poking them at the lunch table. Going to be a good one to get.
All right. Yeah. So we've got Nicole. She's 17 or 18-ish. Okay. And yeah, it's parent proxy for Nicole. Okay, so
right now, John's muscle testing. He's connecting to Nicole, the daughter of Kelly, with Kelly's permission. We got her permission. He's muscle testing. He's hydrated. And now he's asking, because he's the proxy, he's asking the daughter's subconscious mind, what is creating this anxiety? So, and he's just beginning that now.
Yeah, just setting intention to connect up, muscle test with my hands here. They're just down on my lap, so you won't be able to see them. Yeah, just tune in, connect up to Nicole. Connect up. Get a good connection here. Okay, good. Yeah, I just got a good connection. Just turned 18, and anxiety is 10 on, and not sleeping as well. So I saw insomnia in there. Anxiety about finishing grade 12, a few courses. Yeah, moving on. Getting out into the real world, as they say. Connect up, proxy. So what's the level of this anxiety? Getting a 10 as well. So is there a trapped emotion? We can identify and clear trapped emotion on the chart. Identify and clear to reduce and eliminate this anxiety. Yeah. So there's two columns, A and B. So we're going to ask, is it in column A? Is it in A? B is in column B. Odd, no. Okay, so it's in B6. First emotion is unworthy. So down there in B6, unworthy. Do we need to know more about this? Unworthy, don't need to know. If we did, maybe I'd get an age, maybe a little more context. We don't need to know more, so we're going to clear that unworthy. All right, is that cleared, Nicole? Yeah, another trapped emotion. We can identify and clear to reduce, eliminate this anxiety about finishing school, being an adult. Yeah, so A odd, yeah, even, 1, A3. So it's an A3. Second one, so it's discouragement. Yeah, do you need to know more of that? No, so discouragement, clear that. It's cleared. Good, good. Okay. Another trapped emotion. Yeah, A, column A, no, B odd. Yeah. B5. Ooh, creative insecurity. Fan favorite. Creative insecurity. Clear that. Insecure about creating something new. New path, maybe. New project. New endeavor. So, new life. That's still there? No. Okay, now we're down to 1 out of 10. So, Nicole, another trapped emotion. We can identify and clear for you today. Be odd. Unsupported? Yeah. Clear that. Unsupported. Roll that. It's cleared. Yeah. Okay. Another trapped emotion. That's probably it there. Yeah, I'm getting that's it. So level of anxiety, severity is 0. Yeah, so it's okay to finish school. Safe to, yeah, I believe I can finish school, move on. Yeah, I have the confidence to, yeah, anything keeping me up at night about school? No. I'm done. Yeah, hand it over to you there, Michael.
Yeah, well, I did one too. We were synchronized practitioners for a few minutes. I wasn't sure how long would take, and I wanted to get started on mine. So I connected in with Lyndon. He's 5 years old. His mother gave me permission. He did confirm, or his subconscious mind confirmed that he was hitting and pushing people and poking people. He was a little bit agitated, right? She also says that he's not really showing, he's not saying that he doesn't want to go, but he's showing. And so I did muscle testing and I found out two emotions that were lost when he was 3 years old. And the first one was panic. So I deleted that panic. And the
Yeah.
second one comes from a different chart and it's called repressed anger. No, repressed aggression. Let me double check that. Repressed aggression. So that, aggression is when it's repressed and you're not really showing it or talking. So I think that was perfect like that. So
Yeah.
I got rid of the regressed aggression trauma and the trauma of panic. I got them down to a 0. But now I'm just going to reconnect with them and kind of do what you did, kind of go back and ask some new questions now. So just give me a second. I'm reconnecting here with Lyndon. He's 5. Lyndon's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I Michael? I'm Lyndon. Good. Okay, so before today's session, what was the severity of hitting and pushing and poking and just my aggression towards other people, other kids? Was it 8, 9, 10? And now it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So would it be okay if I was kinder and gentler to everybody? Yes, it is okay. Was it okay 2 minutes ago? It wasn't. Would it be safe if I was that kind of guy? Yes. Was it 5 minutes ago? It wasn't. Am I worthy to be nice and gentle and kind? Do I believe I can be? Did I earlier? I'm not. So now it's okay for me not to have that behavior. That's right. It's okay for me to have a different behavior. On a scale of 1 to 10 before today's session, what was the severity that I didn't want to go back to school? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and now it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So I think all of his hitting and pushing and poking and anger really wasn't about school. Part of it was, but it was about this event when he was 3 years old. Am I done? Yeah. So, and I know Tara will join us again and give us an update. And same with Kelly May, just say, here's the changes that we noticed.
Yeah.
I know, John, you and I have great success when we're working with people's pain or discomfort. It's like, I can feel the difference because we got rid of it. In this case, it'll be like, I call it like slow release fertilizer. Like, well, actually, she should see a difference in Lyndon right away.
But still, you got to go to school. Yeah, you got to, maybe,
Yeah.
a week is a good time to
Yeah.
sort of
And
let
a lot
that
of trapped
settle.
emotions doesn't mean a lot of problems. I've seen people with major problems with one trapped emotion. It was strong enough to change, and him being so young, that two trapped emotions were enough to kind of start shaping his whole life. If he was angry and stuff like that at 5, imagine at 10. So this is, perfect. So congratulations to her. This is a perfect time to catch these kind of behaviors, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a quick story here.
Okay, go
Ties
ahead.
into that. When I was younger, I wish I had emotion code. So my first day at kindergarten, I walked by myself. It was just a quick walk, and got there, turned around, and went home in tears. I
Uh,
couldn't do it. I couldn't go in the building. And my mom, so I, come home, and my mom's like, "Hey, what are you doing here? You should be in school." So she took me down and still like bawling my eyes out, right? And there's little Johnny like not ready to go in school. So my first day, I was in tears and really, really late. And if I had emotion code back then, and just
yeah.
all through school, such a change. It'd be such a help. Yeah.
Mm. I spent my entire school year, including high school, trying to be invisible, trying not to be noticed and not to be bullied and not to be made fun of.
Hmm.
And I did it. I did it for 12 years. I was never bullied, and I had lots of reasons to be. I was different, very different from most people, but I somehow avoided it all. Tara just gave us an update. I just worked on her daughter. She said, I get the 3-year reference. So, there must have been an event in the baby's life and or child or kid, or I don't have kids, so I don't know the respectful way to call them. Yeah, 3 years old. So Tara's saying thing. And Edson Emotion Reset is saying, what is the different chart? It's called the trauma chart, and it's like emotions. And it's owned by somebody else, Dr. Brad. This is the emotion code chart most of us are used to talking about, and very relevant and important. So thanks for joining us, Edson. Let's
Yeah.
just do a refresh, John, on your end to see if you're getting different
Yeah,
comments.
what Tara says, awesome. Starting pre-K for the first time was kind of awful.
Okay.
And Kelly says, for sure, we'll let you know. Or Kelly May says, for sure, we'll let you know. Interesting. Thank you. Yeah. And I think we had Barbara join us earlier from a windy UK. So Barbara Rowing's with us
Hey,
again.
Barbara.
Hey, that's all I have.
Kathy Patterson's joined us. I'm seeing that now. What else?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, John and we have different views of our screens. So if we missed your name, we want to acknowledge it. So I'm just going over everything now, John. Make sure that we got everybody. There we
I
go.
think so. Yeah.
Okay, like always, people that we worked on give us updates, and we'd love to report those in on the future. Look at that, John, 9:30, and we corrected 2 challenges that people would have been challenged their whole life. 2 little kids today.
Yeah.
Not little kids, 1 kid, 1 young woman, young teenager. Good.
Yeah.
So John and I are here every Saturday. I think we got a couple Saturdays in the future. I'm going to be away, but we're mostly here every Saturday. And I also have lots of resources for practitioners. I'm mentoring 27 practitioners right now how to be successful, make money, have a streamlined business, and most importantly, how to be fast, efficient, and effective. Boy, when that happens, you'll have a lineup outside your door. So I want to be able to help you with that. If you go to the comments in the post above, you will see a link to 4 interviews I did with members of my growth club, and each of them pull one thing that they learned out of my mentor group and get to share it with you that really helped them build their business. So do check that out. John, for people that never had an emotion code session, after booking online, which is pretty easy, what can they expect when they come to a call? Like, what's that like? What do they need to do to prepare? What do they need to do? Explain that piece for us.
Yes, we have online scheduling, so you can book on our website, links up to payment. And when you come to a call, we recommend sending us a list before the session so we can have it. We know what we're working on, and very minimal time going over, topics of concern. And so basically, you're at home or in your car or wherever you are. Some people have sessions on their lunch break. And just sit back, relax. Michael and I, we do all the work, so we connect up with you just like this, and work on you. And I take notes, and I'll send you the notes afterwards. But that's it. Simple as that. So just send us what you want to work on. Sit back,
Yeah, the more
relax.
prepared you are, like what John said, sometimes some people want to spend 5 minutes telling you, or like going on what they want to work on. It's like, well, okay, your 25-minute meeting. I mean, I just fixed Lyndon's life in 1 minute, and you want to spend 5 minutes chatting? No. So if you can just send the list, and by that, I mean, so how many's on the list? I don't know. Send us 5 to 7 things, and we'll prioritize them and say, well, let's work on these, and then if you need more, we can do it another. But if you're coming to get your seasonal allergies fixed, that's 32 seconds. Now I'm going to have to get rid of your anxiety because you've got to fill 24 minutes. So come prepared. John, thanks for hanging out with today. You and I are cooking some new ideas for future shows. If you have an idea of a future show, let us know in the chat. We're always reading, watching, and replying. And we want to make sure that we're helping everybody that's watching the show. Okay, John, that's it. Let's say goodbye to our friends, and we'll chat to everybody again next Saturday here on the Emotion Code Bros Show.
Yeah,
See you later,
next week.
everybody.